Richie Saunders and Dawson Baker are with us.
Yeah, let's go.
Welcome to the Fan Fest in Arizona, guys.
Hey, thank you. Super happy to be here.
All right, Dawson, how would you explain what you've seen thus far with the BYU fans and the contingent showing up?
BYU fans never cease to amaze me. You know, no matter how hot, no matter how cold, they're always there. And this is just a testament of it, just seeing people come out here being like, man, I don't think I would go outside even today. And then you see millions of people coming out just to see and greet us. It makes us feel really special.
There have been several fans who came over and said hi to you guys, and especially Richie. And Dawson, you said, I love Richie Saunders fans. People love Richie, man.
Dude, he's a likable dude, and he plays so hard, and it's inspiring for so many people, and people gravitate towards that. And so it's such a special thing to see people that love the grit that Richie Saunders brings to the court.
Hey, I love him. But they don't know Dawson Baker quite yet. They know him a little bit. But it's about to be all like that for D-Bake. But
let's go.
Oh, we're super happy to be here.
Hey, first things first. Richie, you are a married man, and Dawson Baker is getting married in 2 weeks.
He's close.
What's the marital advice that you would give to Dawson 2 weeks out?
Last night we're roomies right now. We're up late night talking about it. But no, he's got it, man. He's found an incredible woman. They're going to be happy. You're going to see what it's like to have somebody right by your side through the season, which is absolutely game-changing. So
it was a game changer for you. You took a huge step forward as a married player.
Oh, yeah.
Last year.
No, totally. Awesome. And like I said earlier, I think maybe on the show a couple weeks ago, but like can't even imagine going through like the last little few weeks without Sierra. You know, it's incredible, like this is just a game changer. So
how many weeks out for you?
Yeah, 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks.
From yesterday, right?
This is your bachelor party, dog.
This is it, man. We're living it up in Arizona.
Dawson.
Top golf after this, whatever else you want to do. Dawson, you were on BYU Sports Station a few weeks ago, and you gave everyone an update on your injury status and how you're feeling. So we naturally want to follow up on that. How are things progressing, and how close to 100% are you at this point?
It's still trending in the right direction. We're going to start doing workouts in June, and so I'm looking to be fully healthy to kind of go from there. I just got to be cautious of not letting anything else kind of rise up and pain while I'm getting going again, because it's been a while. So got to stay cautious with that, but I'm expected to be fully healthy in a couple of weeks coming up. So I'm excited about that.
And you guys start to practice as a team a little more in June, right?
Yeah, June 3rd.
June 3rd.
We'll be going.
Okay, the news of the day, certainly Noah Waterman to Louisville. What's your reaction to that news, Richie?
Best of luck. It's I'm super grateful to play with him for 2 years, and sad to see him go, right? But excited for him and his family and the next step in that. Like, it's gonna be great. It's just gonna be good for him, So we're excited. Sad for us, but excited for them.
Dawson, 5 open scholarships for Kevin Young and his staff to work with. You've got a nice core that comes back. Obviously, you and Richie and Dallin and Trevin and Foose, among others. Like, that's a nice core. Why do you feel like Kevin Young and his staff are going to be able to adequately fill those 5 scholarship spots?
I think it helps a lot just having a core to begin with. You kind of know what you need based off the core. And there's obviously spots that are pretty obvious that we need to work with, and having bigs. And, throughout the season, it's a lot of wear and tear on bigs. And so to have a couple of those is nice. And so it's pretty obvious, and it's just trying to figure out what kind of style he's looking at, what he's wanting from the bigs, because we've seen with like Ali and we've seen with Foose how those dynamics can be pretty different, and so it kind of depends on Coach Young what he's looking for with that. But we're as confident as anybody in Coach Young and what he's going to do with his team. So
you've seen Dawson play more than the fans and us. What is this guy going to bring this year for BYU men's hoops?
A lot of grit. He's incredible getting downhill. I remember seeing sometimes in practice where he just in transition where he can weave through a bunch of people, he's got a really good spin move package, and he's going to bring some nice scoring to the table, and as well as getting his hand on balls in the lanes, and he's going to be incredible. I'm excited. I think everybody else should be, so if that means anything. But.
Scoring off the dribble is something that certainly could add to the already good skill set of this team, right?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Dawson, as you explain to BYU fans what it is you do, how do you see your role evolving when you get on the floor on a regular basis?
I just think making other people better, and working within the team and what we need. And the game's always going to demand what it needs, and I'll just be able to fill that void, whatever it is. But I think definitely being able to play make is going to be big for our team. We got a lot of shooters, and so being able to get downhill and make plays for other people is going to be huge. and also just being able to settle the game. I feel like a couple of times this year when we had a lead, to be able to get to the line, slow things down. We play in big venues that are chaotic, and so be able to slow the game down, get a bucket when we need a bucket, draw a foul when we need to, or just change the pace of the game a little bit. I feel like my veteran presence can kind of bring that with what we got. But at this point, we're all kind of vets, and so it's going to be exciting to mesh that all together. And, I mean, in the preseason, we're going to figure out a lot together, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Jeremy, how many times did we talk about BYU needing some help at the free throw line and mention Dawson Baker's name specifically?
I think you really help in that regard, right? Okay, last year at this time, men's hoops, expectations were low. For football, it's the same right now. What's your advice, Richie, to the football team of hey, you're bringing back the core. You can make the jump. Here's what it took for us. Maybe there's some principles that would apply here.
Well, I mean, every game is a learning opportunity, So, I mean, not that I necessarily need my personal advice, right? But it's that consistency of, you got to just kind of put yourself and your team in a little bubble, right? Where it's you guys believe in, just how we believe in our team, right? And how a lot of the outside voices will change and shift, and we're super grateful for the sport, but you got to stay tight through the thick and the thin, right? And I feel like that's the biggest thing is the consistency of just coming to work and with the attitude of getting better and doing it together as a team. I feel like maybe one other point to add is just last year, right? We saw that we could not do it with just individuals. We had to do it together. There's no way around it, and I'm not a football expert, right? So maybe I don't know exactly how that works, but that was one of the big keys for us is it's just us, and we're gonna do it together because we won't survive and win if it's not together.
I like that because what we're hoping, I think, Cougar Nation, is that they can make the jump, bringing back a core that did struggle in a season similar to you guys a year ago, where you guys were all right, we're going to put in that work, we're going to be better, and you guys were, and it was a magical season.
Richie Saunders and Dawson Baker with us on BYU Sports Nation. You've both obviously gotten to know Mark Pope very well and played for him, and now are beginning the transition to playing for Kevin Young. Both coaches want to shoot a lot of threes, want to play fast, but what will be the primary difference, do you think, at this point between playing for the two coaches? This is a question for both of you. Dawson, we'll start with you.
They're going to be similar in some regards and different, obviously, in others. But each coach has their own personality and how they handle things and how they view things. And so those things I think will be different, and we'll learn more as we get workouts and practices going. But, yeah, like you alluded to, I think things are going to stay pretty similar as far as an advanced offense of spacing and being able to shoot threes and play make and being able to read and react, which is I think he's going to be big on, just knowing the NBA game. And so I expect those things to be pretty similar, but maybe how he views and handles certain things are going to be different, or how he coaches and his style will be a little bit different. And so we don't have a lot of experience yet, just not having reading practices to kind of allude to. But I'm expecting those things to be a little bit different, just different personalities at the end of the day.
Richie, what would you add to that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I am excited to see, the first and foremost, I don't know. I feel like I have a picture painted enough to make that jump, right, to being here. But I'm excited to see the defensive schemes, because in the NBA you're having to guard these just generational players, right, game after game. And I'm excited to see how those defensive schemes and the aspect that he's brought can really, be used in the college level for us. It's we have a group that is willing to work together. And I really am excited to see how that goes, because I don't maybe know exactly comparing this, but I think Dawson hit it pretty good. But I'm excited to see the schemes, both sides of the ball, but especially the defensive side of these schemes.
Love it. We're definitely excited as well. Can't wait to watch both of you play. I do need to ask as we close out, Dawson, are you a headband guy at any point? Join Richie Saunders in this?
Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
I will let people down if I put a headband on. Knowing how well Richie has just...
The flow is good, right?
It is, yeah. And I think I'll grow back my hair after the wedding.
He used to have the flow.
I gotta look semi-nice
inspired
for
me.
wedding,
Yeah.
So I'll grow it back. I'll grow it back out, and we'll see about the headband. I got to ask permission first of all, and so it's kind of weird.
We'll see what he can bring to the table financially, you know.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Like buying a
I got to buy some owner rights, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
A little trademark on the headband. Or something.
Yes, I love it. Hey, great to have both of you on the show. Enjoy the rest of the Fan Fest.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you.